All right, got the 73 running. It's still up on cribbing, but I'm gonna bleed the brakes and give it an oil change tomorrow, and it should be good to go. Pulled the tank out, had the sending unit rebuilt, and sent this 1404 off to Riley Rebuilds in Florida. She rebuilt it for me, and I'm still doing a little bit of fine-tuning adjustment, but it seems to run real good. And yeah, it's got good response. So yeah, it should be good to go. It's smoking like a bear though, because I don't know if the rings are hanging up or what's going on, but with the oil change I'll put some snake oil in it and see if it runs a little better, or a little cleaner anyway. And taking care of this little rust issue here. Fender's pretty pitted. I didn't do any body work, I just treated the rust. I'm gonna spray some just white, basic white paint on it, because this car needs to be painted anyway. I gotta fix these door handles. You can see the crack on there. There's where the old door lock was, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, and it needs new carpet kit, and all the gauges seem to be working. Temperature gauge, this thing runs nice and cool. It's, you know, you can't see it, but it's running about probably 170 or so is what that says. I'll put a heat gun on it later. Fuel gauge is working now. The tach, this aftermarket tach, says it's idling at 200, so obviously it's garbage. I'm going to try to hook up the original tach to this engine. It shouldn't be that big a deal. I think you just run it to the coil in, but I'll figure that out. The amp gauge is working. The clock's not working, but yeah, I might end up, well, actually it's the second hand's moving now, so it's probably working. Maybe I'll set it and see what happens. Stereo does not work, but that's, you know, no big deal. Did the wipers the other day, they work. All the lights work, blinkers, brake lights, all that stuff. So yeah, it's coming along. I got a Cars and Coffee on the 26th. Today is the, I think it's the 7th or 8th today, something like that. But yeah, it'll definitely be ready for that. Got it licensed and just waiting for the plates and all that stuff. So yeah, and then got to start finding little parts and odds and ends for it. I'm just going to drive it in this configuration for a couple of years, and then when I get my 65, hopefully I'll have this thing on the road in 2 years or a year and a half for my birthday. And then I'll take this one down to just the body. I'm gonna weld some subframe connectors and a hoop in this, and put a 350 with a 700 Ford transmission, get it all painted, upgrade everything to S10 components for the brakes and spindles and all that stuff in the rear end. I don't know if I'm going to use a S10 or a Ford 9-inch, but yeah, it'll get there. So we're getting in close to driving it. I'm going to drive it to work probably throughout the summer till it gets really hot, because of course it doesn't have air, so, and I'm old and fat and spoiled. But yeah, I'm going to start driving this thing to work and see how many thumbs up I get, and then give them the old smoke show. Yeah, the old Oldsmobile 215 runs pretty good, sounds pretty healthy, and is totally gutless. Probably 100 horsepower, so that's all right. It's a cool car, my dream car, one of them. And yeah, I'll get this thing on the road. Be pretty cool. Sounds pretty good for a little 215 V8. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll have an update when I take this thing out for a first drive. Actual long first drive. I've driven it around the neighborhood a little bit when I first got it, but yeah, I'll take it for a long drive as soon as I get it off the cribbing here in the next couple of days. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. America.